respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. I'm joined by my fellow board members, Kerry Gleeson, Gavin Smith and Dominic Heaton, remotely from interstate and overseas, and Rowena Smith, present in the room in Perth. Also in attendance are Annalise Eames, the Company Secretary, and Stephen Mottram, ASM's CFO. The formalities of today will follow the common format for general meetings. Voting will be conducted by way of poll on all items of business. A polling card should have been provided to you on entry today. A summary of these instructions can also be seen on the screen. If you've lodged your votes by submitting a proxy voting form prior to the proxy cut-off time and you would like your proxy votes to stand, you do not need to take any further action. Polling cards will be collected by representatives of Automic Share Registry at the conclusion of the meeting. Those shareholders in attendance that are entitled to vote on the poll are all shareholders, representatives and attorneys of shareholders and proxy holders who hold yellow voting cards. If you are attending in one or more of these capacities, you will have been issued with one voting card with multiple card reference numbers to differentiate the different holdings. If anybody believes they're entitled to vote on this poll in any capacity and does not have a yellow voting card, please raise your hand now and a member of our share registry team will assist you. At the appropriate time, I will ask that you mark your vote for the resolution on the yellow voting card. If you are a shareholder and wish to cast all of your votes for a resolution, please mark a place either in the for, against or abstain box next to that resolution. If you wish to split your votes, please write the number or the portion of votes you wish to cast in the corresponding for, against or abstain boxes. Please note that the sum of the split votes must not exceed your total holding. If you are a proxy holder, a summary of the votes to which you are entitled has been attached to the voting card. If the summary of votes includes discretionary votes, these are yours to cast at your discretion. If you wish to cast the discretionary votes, please place a mark in the corresponding for, against or abstain boxes. If your summary votes does not have any discretionary votes, you do not need to mark your voting card and will simply need to hand it to the returning officer at the end of the resolutions. After all resolutions have been read and voted upon, please place it in one of the ballot boxes which will be circulating the room. Are there any questions in relation to the voting process? I'm assuming that that's no. There will be an opportunity to ask questions on today's business after all the resolutions have been put to the meeting. I will address any written questions submitted by email from those who are unable to be present in the room or online today during question time. I will deal with the question personally or ask somebody who is better placed to respond. We will do our best to answer any relevant question raised. I ask that you keep your questions short and to the point so that as many shareholders as possible have the chance to ask a question, and all questions will be addressed prior to the conduct of the poll. Voting results will be posted on the ASX platform later today. As a quorum is present, I declare the meeting open. Proxies have been inspected and all those validly lodged have been accepted. The proxies received for each item of business are now displayed on the screen. I declare that, as chair of the meeting, I will be voting any available open proxies in favour of each resolution. I will now move to the business of the meeting. The first resolution is the ratification of the issue of shares under the placement. This resolution is as set out in the notice of meeting and as displayed on the screen, along with the proxy votes received on this resolution. I put that resolution to the meeting and move to the second resolution, for which I will hand the chair to Rowena as it relates to the issue of my director participation shares.
Thank you, Ian. As mentioned, the second resolution is to approve the issue of director participation shares to Mr. Ian Gandel or his nominees. This resolution is as set out in the notice of meeting and as displayed on the screen, along with the proxy votes received on this resolution. I put that resolution to the meeting and hand the chair back to Ian.
Thank you, Rowena. I now move to resolution number 3. The third resolution is to approve the issue of director participation shares to Mr. Dominic Heaton or his nominees. This resolution is as set out in the notice of meeting and as displayed on the screen, along with the proxy votes received on this resolution. I put that resolution to the meeting. As that covers all the business for this meeting, I will now put those resolutions to the meeting and open up the floor for questions. To those present in the room, are there any questions of the board on any item of business? No? Thank you. If there are no questions from those present, Annalise, have we received any written questions from shareholders?
No, we have not received any written questions.
Thank you. As all questions that could have been addressed have now been addressed, we can now conduct the poll. As mentioned earlier in the meeting, if you'd like your proxy votes to stand, you do not need to take any further action. If you have not lodged a proxy vote and wish to have your vote counted, or if you wish to amend a proxy vote already lodged, if you are in the room, please complete your polling card and hand it to the Automic Share Registry staff acting as the returning officer for today's meeting. Well, I'd like to thank you all. I now declare today's meeting closed and thank you for your participation. The results of the meeting will be released to the ASX later today, and this concludes the extraordinary general meeting of Australian Strategic Materials. Thanking you.
Thank you everyone for joining the meeting. We will close the online meeting at the moment.